Hello everyone, welcome to the episode 3 of How to Overcome Lust. In the previous two episodes, I explained why to overcome lust and the four methods of how to overcome lust. That is Raja Yoga, that is the ritualistic approach to overcome lust, Jnana Yoga, that is through knowledge, Bhakti Yoga, that is through devotion and love, and finally in this video, I'm going to explain the Karma Yoga method of overcoming lust, and finally the two extreme methods. That is, one is Vedic in nature and another is Tantric in nature. So the first part of the video we will cover Karma Yoga. But I have not explained Karma Yoga very detailed manner, because in the first video, that is why to overcome lust, I have explained that for channelizing sexual energy, you have to work out. That is, for Manipura Chakra, you have to do exercises like pull up, push up, squats, and for Anahata Chakra activation, you have to love animals, babies. You have to cuddle, hug animals, babies, feed them bananas, fruits, or whatever you love the most. Then for Vishuddha, you have to call your best friend and talk with him. And for Ajna Chakra, you have to think logically, analytically, or play chess. And finally, for Sahasrara Chakra, you have to question the whole reality or visit temples to connect with your Atman, that is the Sadashiva, which is spread across the whole universe. So these are the Karma Yoga way of activating the chakras, that is channelizing the sexual energy upwards, that is through actions. So I have made a montage of Karma Yoga without explaining. So here we go. I hope you enjoyed the montage of Karma Yoga, that is the yoga of action. Now we will move on to the extreme methods of channelizing the sexual energy upwards, that is overcoming lust. So these extreme methods must be used only if the four main methods don't work, because these four main methods have been told in Bhagavad Gita, Vedas, Upanishads. However, the extreme methods are there only in Tantra, that is to inflict pain, whereas the four methods have been told in the Vedic text by enlightened beings like Krishna, Yogananda, Swami Vivekananda. So I recommend you to first apply these four methods, then only if these four methods don't work, then you can resort to the extreme methods. So now we will move on to the first extreme method of channelizing the sexual energy upwards, that is through Tapta Mudra Dharan. So now I will explain how to do Tapta Mudra Dharan step by step. So the first step is remove your shirt. Then after removing shirt, what you have to do is take a glass of water and pour some water on your left hand. Then take Gopichandana. So Gopichandana is sandalwood clay which you get in Vaishnavite temples like Vishnu temples, Krishna temples. So wherever Madhvacharya has established temples, you will get this Gopichandana, that is sandalwood clay. So rub it on your left hand while chanting the mantra. Gopichandana Papagnam Vishnu Deha Samudbhava Chakrankita Namastubhyam Dharanaam Muktidobhava. Gopichandana Papagnam Vishnu Deha Samudbhava Chakrankita Namastubhyam Dharanaam Muktidobhava. So these mantras I will paste in YouTube description. You can watch the YouTube description to understand the pronunciation. Gopichandana Papagnam Vishnu Deha Samudbhava Chakrankita Namastubhyam Dharanaam Muktidobhava. So after rubbing Gopichandana on your left hand, what you have to do is you have to take your middle finger, that is the finger which represents ether, that is the wisdom. You have to take it and first apply it on your Ajna chakra. So this is the Ajna chakra. So while applying, you have to chant that mantra, that is Gopichandana Papagnam Vishnu Deha Samudbhava Chakrankita Namastubhyam Dharanaam Muktidobhava. Now after Ajna chakra, you have to put it on the Manipura chakra, that is on the Sushumna Nadi, that is the central Nadi. Then on the Anahata chakra, and always while applying you have to point it upwards, not downwards or sideways, upwards, because you are trying to channelize the Kundalini upwards. In the default mode, Kundalini outputs everywhere, that is in all directions. So to channelize it correctly to the upper direction, you have to point it upwards, otherwise the Kundalini will be flowing all over the place. So Anahata chakra, then Vishuddha chakra. Then right side of the Manipura, that is the Pingala side of the Manipura. Pingala meaning the masculine side. Then Pingala side of the shoulders, again upwards. Pingala side of the neck. Then Ida side of the Manipura chakra, that is the feminine side. Then Ida side of the shoulders. Then Ida side of the neck. Then Manipura chakra of the back. Then Sahasrara chakra, and finally the Matanam, that is on the right chest, that is the Pingala chest, to represent the Dakshinacharata, that is the right hand path of Tantra or rituals. Now the next step is Mudra Dharan. So this part of the ritual is called as Naam Dharan, that is Namas. Now next is Mudra Dharan. Mudra means the tools of Vishnu, that is if you see Vishnu's photo, you will see that he has Chakra in the right hand, Shanka in the left hand, then Padma in the right hand, that is lotus, and finally Gadha on the left hand. So these four hands represent the tools of Vishnu, that is mudras, to protect the devotees from the attachments of the physical realm. So the first mudra is the Chakra Mudra. So this Chakra Mudra is the masculine side of Vishnu, that is to be applied on the Pingala side, which is the masculine side of the body. Again, just to recap, the left brain is the masculine brain which controls the masculine side of the body, that is the right side of the body, whereas the right brain, that is the feminine brain, controls the left side of the body, that is the Ida side of the body. So it is opposite in direction, that is the left brain controls right part of the body, right brain controls the left part of the body. So when applying Chakra Mudra, that is the masculine tool of Vishnu, we are applying it on the masculine side of the body, it's the Pingala side. While applying Chakra Mudra, you have to chant Sudarshana Mahajwala, Koti Surya Samapraba, Ajnanandasyame, Nityam Vishnormargam Pradarshaya. So while chanting that mantra, you have to apply it on the right temple. Then when it comes to the below chakras, that is the chakras below Vishuddha, you have to heat it. That is why it is called as Tapta Mudra Dharan. Tapta meaning heated Mudra Dharan. So we will heat the Chakra Mudra. Sudarshana Mahajwala Koti Surya Samapraba Ajnanandasyame Nityam Vishnormargam Pradarshaya. So after heating, apply it 5 times on the Sushumna Nadi of Manipura Chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 3 times on the Anahata Chakra. Then once on the Vishuddha. Again heat it. Sudarshana Mahajwala Koti Surya Samapraba Ajnanandasyame Nityam Vishnormargam Pradarshaya. There is the Pingala side of the Manipura 2 times. Pingala side of the chest 3 times. Right shoulders 2 times. Right neck 1 time. Finally 1 time in the left shoulders. So this masculine tool of Vishnu has to be applied on the Pingala side of the body. Then the next is the Shanka Mudra. Shanka Mudra is the feminine aspect of Vishnu. This has to be applied on the Ida side of the body. So this is the Shanka Mudra. So this Shanka Mudra has to be applied on the Ida side of the body, that is the left side. And while applying, you have to chant the mantra Pancha, Janya, Nijadvana Dostapataka Sanchaya Trahi Mamnarakad Gorat Samsararana Vapatinam. So first you have to apply on the left temple. Then you have to heat it. So whichever chakra is below Vishuddha, you have to heat, because sexual energy is prominent in Swadhisthana, right? So to channelize it upwards, you have to heat the Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha. But above Vishuddha, don't heat it, because there are sensitive parts and your Kundalini might get stuck in the upper chakras. So we don't need that. We need it to channelize upwards, that's it. So heat the mudra. Pancha, Janya, Nijadvana Dostapataka Sanchaya Trahi Mamnarakat Gorat Samsararana Vapatinam. 2 times in the Ida side of Manipura. 3 times in the Ida side of the chest. 2 times on the Ida side of shoulders. 1 time in Ida side of neck. Finally 1 time in the Pingala side, the shoulders. So this is the Shanka Mudra, that is the feminine aspect of Vishnu, which has to be applied on the feminine side, that is the Ida side of the body. So the next mudra is Gadha Mudra. So Gadha Mudra is masculine aspect of Vishnu. However, we are applying it on the feminine side, that is the Ida side, left side, because we are trying to protect the feminine side of our body. Because the feminine side, right, it absorbs frequency, whereas the masculine side decodes the frequency. So since we don't want the feminine side to overindulge in absorbing frequency, we are applying the Gadha Mudra to protect the feminine side. So we will move on to the Gadha Mudra. So this is the Gadha Mudra. While applying Gadha Mudra, you have to chant Daita Shonita Dagdange Kaumodaki Gade Hare Chindibindi Tamotastam Tvam Namami Puna Puna. And first you have to put it on the Ajna Chakra to protect Ajna Chakra from external attacks. And after that you have to heat it for the below chakras. Daita Shonita Dagdange Kaumodaki Gade Hare Chindibindi Tamotostam Tvam Namami Puna Puna. 1 time on the Ida side of Manipura, 1 time on Ida side of the chest, then 2 time on the Ida side of the shoulders. So we are using the masculine tool of Vishnu, that is Gadha, to protect the feminine side. So the next mudra is Padma Mudra. Padma Mudra is a feminine aspect of Vishnu, that is the lotus. So we are using it to calm down the masculine side of our body, that is the Pingala side, because Pingala side gives us warmth. However, if it is in excess quantity, it will warm the body too much. That is why we need the Padma Mudra to cool it down. So now we will use the Padma Mudra. While applying Padma Mudra, you have to chant Samsara Bhaya Bhitanam Yogi Nama Bhaya Prada Padma Hasta Sitam Vishnu Pahi Mam Saroto Bhayat. Then you have to heat the Padma Mudra. Samsara Bhaya Bhitanam Yogi Nama Bhaya Prada Padma Hasta Sitam Vishnu Pahi Mam Saroto Bhayat. This has to be applied on either side of the Anahata Chakra to protect the love aspect that is inside our Anahata. Then 1 time in the Pingala side of Manipura, then 1 time on the Pingala side of our chest, then 2 time on the Pingala side of our shoulders. So this concludes the Padma Mudra. Padma Mudra being the feminine aspect of Vishnu, which we are applying on the masculine side to cool down the masculine side. Now the next mudra is the Narayana Mudra. So the Narayana Mudra is the embodiment of Lord Vishnu himself. So this Narayana Mudra has to be applied on all the Nama Dharanas that you applied initially in the first part of the ritual. So this is the Narayana Mudra. So if you zoom in, you will see that it is written Om Namo Narayanaya Om. So Om Namo Narayanaya Om is written on the Narayana Mudra. This mantra or the mudra has to be applied on all parts of the body. So heat it. So while applying Narayana Mudra, you have to chant the mantra Naam Mudre Namastubhyam Tvadankita Tanurhare Prasadadishnu Lokeham Chiram Stasyami Nirvatraha. So while chanting the mantra, you have to apply it on all parts of the body. First in the Ajna Chakra, then Manipura Chakra, Anahata Chakra, Vishuddha Chakra, then Pingala side of Manipura, Pingala side of the shoulders, Pingala side of the neck, Ida side of the Manipura, Ida side of the shoulders, Ida side of the neck, then Manipura side of the back and Sahasrara Chakra, and finally the Matanama. Matanama, that is the Pingala side of the chest, which represents the Dakshinachara Tantra, that is the right hand path of rituals. So this is the Vedic method of channelizing the sexual energy upwards, that is through Mudra Dharan, Tapta Mudra Dharan, Tapta meaning heated Mudra Dharan of Vishnu's stools. Now the next part of the video is going to cover the Tantrik method of channelizing the sexual energy upwards, and again I recommend that you follow just the Vedic method, and only if the Vedic method doesn't work, then you can proceed with the Tantrik method. So in the Tantrik method, what you have to do is you have to have a needle and a small plate like this, and what you have to do is you have to pierce yourself and offer blood to the deity. So after piercing, you have to put the blood in the plate and you have to offer it to the Tantric deities, not the Vedic deities like Vishnu, Krishna, Hanuman. You have to offer it to Tantric deities like the Mahavidyas, that is Kali, Baglamukhi, Dhumavati, Bhuvaneshwari, Bhairavi, Shodashi. So to those Mahavidyas you have to offer blood, and while offering blood you have to make a sankalpa, that is Ama Mahavidyas, that is all the mothers, please remove all my Arishad Vargas, that is Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha, Moha, Matsara, that is anger, lust, greed, jealousy, pride, ego. Please remove all of them and convert my body, mind and consciousness into the selfless nature of Vishnu, that is the Sattva Guna of Vishnu. So when doing that, you have to promise that you will do their sadhana every day for 108 times. For example, now if you do the sankalpa for Kali, what you have to tell is Amma Kali, please remove all the Arishad Vargas through the channel of my blood, and in return I will do your sadhana, that is Om Krim Mahakalikaya Namaha, every day for 108 times. So this must be the sankalpa, and you have to do that sadhana every day while offering the blood. And after doing the sadhana, what you have to do is you have to soak the blood with a dara. So dara is the thread that you wear on the neck. So what you have to do is you have to soak the sanctified blood, that is before offering the blood to the deity, the blood is impure, that is it contains all your Arishad Vargas. But after the sadhana, after the deity transforms the blood into a purer form, then you can soak the blood with a dara. Then after soaking it in the dara, then you have to wear the dara like this. So I'll not be showing this method on YouTube because it will not be appropriate. Hopefully you will understand how to do it. And after that, what will happen is the sanctified blood, right, on the dara will protect you from the Arishad Vargas, that is the Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha, Moha, Matsara, which are being influenced by the lower planets. Because all around us in the Kali Yuga, what is going on is the Pisachinis, Yakshinis of the lower loka, that is Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, Patal. They are influencing us to come to those planets. Because Kali Yuga, the solar system, that is our solar system, is far away from the black hole. So whenever the solar systems are far away from the black hole, what happens is the lower planet influence will be high, and due to which we will be drawn towards lust, anger, greed, jealousy, pride, ego. So when that happens, we will not be able to transcend to the higher planets like Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satya. So to transcend smoothly to the higher planets, we can use either the Vedic method or the Tantric method of overcoming lust or channelizing the sexual energy upwards. The Vedic method will work in a slow pace, that is, it might take 5 to 6 months to finally overcome lust. But the Tantric method is very quick, very effective. However, it has its own risk, because whenever the Kundalini shoots upwards quickly, what happens is the Ajna Chakra opens, the third eye opens, and then you will be able to see a lot of entities. It may be good, bad, astral entities, causal entities, and who knows what. So that's why it is always safe to follow the Vedic method of channelizing Kundalini upwards than the Tantric. And also you can correlate this story with that of Shiva. That is the Shiva, right? As you see, this is the Manjunatheshwara of Kadri temple, Mangalore. So you can see his third eye here. So the Shiva, using his third eye, he destroyed Kamadev, that is, he burnt Kamadev. So what that story means is, whenever we channelize our Kundalini upwards, the sexual energy completely vanishes away. So either through Tantric or Vedic way, you channelize it upwards. And if your third eye opens, what will happen is the Swadhisthana chakra will be left completely empty. That is your Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, that ego, Rajasic nature, Tamasic nature, everything will fade away and you will have only the Sattva guna, that is the Anahata chakra gunas, when it reaches the third eye. So the third eye opening will be a very life-changing event for you, and you will experience an orgasm called as pineal gland orgasm, which will release DMT in your brain, and that DMT will make you comfortable with your astral body. You will be able to see astral entities, and in the next incarnation you will want that orgasm itself. That is, you will not want the lower chakra orgasm, that is the Mooladhara, that is through food, Swadhisthana through sex, Manipura through power. So you will not want the lower chakra orgasms, you will want the higher chakra orgasms like love, communication, thinking, intuition. So all that higher chakra orgasm addiction will lead you to the reincarnation of higher planets. If you are addicted to the lower chakra orgasms, you will be born in the lower planets. So that's why let us all get addicted to the Ajna chakra orgasm and finally be born in astral planets. So we will meet in the astral planets, which may be Hiranyaloka, Bhuvaloka, Swahaloka, Mahaloka, Janaloka, whichever it may be. So thanks for tuning in. We'll meet in the next video. Jai Mahakal.